Welcome to Mind Psychology Daily, where we explore the most profound and insightful ideas in psychology and philosophy to help you live a more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Today, we're going to tackle a question that has haunted humanity for centuries. What does it mean to take responsibility for your life? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers, psychologists, and everyday people, and yet, it's a question that holds the key to unlocking our true potential and living a life of purpose and direction. To explore this question, we're joined by the renowned psychologist and philosopher, Jordan Peterson, who has spent his career studying the human condition and developing a unique perspective on how to live a responsible and meaningful life. Peterson's work has been widely acclaimed for its insights into the human psyche, and his philosophy has inspired millions of people around the world to take control of their lives and strive for greatness. So, let's dive into the world of Jordan Peterson and explore his thoughts on taking responsibility for your life. As Peterson would say, the greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. But what does this mean, and how can we apply this wisdom to our own lives? Let's find out. One of the most significant lessons from Jordan Peterson's work is the importance of taking personal responsibility for our lives. According to Peterson, we must acknowledge that our lives are our own, and that we have the power to shape our own destiny. This means taking ownership of our actions, our decisions, and our mistakes. As Peterson says, if you're going to make a mistake, make it a big one, because you'll learn more from it. This quote highlights the importance of taking risks and being willing to fail, because it's through failure that we learn and grow. But what does this mean in practice? How can we apply this lesson to our own lives? Let's consider the story of Peterson's own life, where he has spoken publicly about his struggles with depression and anxiety. Despite these challenges, Peterson has continued to work tirelessly, producing a vast array of books, lectures, and podcasts that have inspired millions of people around the world. His story is a testament to the power of personal responsibility and the importance of taking ownership of our lives. As Peterson would say, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. This quote reminds us that we must start by taking care of ourselves, our own lives, and our own problems, before we can begin to make a positive impact on the world. Another deep insight from Jordan Peterson's work is the importance of living in the present moment. According to Peterson, we must focus on the present, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This means being mindful of our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions, and being fully engaged in the current moment. As Peterson says, the present is the only time that has no end. This quote highlights the importance of living in the present, because it's the only time that we can truly experience life. But what does this mean in practice? How can we apply this lesson to our own lives? Let's consider the concept of temporal orientation, which refers to our tendency to focus on the past, present, or future. According to Peterson, people who are oriented towards the past tend to be nostalgic and regretful, while those who are oriented towards the future tend to be anxious and uncertain. In contrast, people who are oriented towards the present tend to be mindful, grateful, and at peace. As Peterson would say, the purpose of life is not to be happy, but to be useful. This quote reminds us that our purpose in life is not just to seek pleasure or avoid pain, but to make a positive contribution to the world, and to live a life of meaning and purpose. So, how can we apply the lessons from Jordan Peterson's work to our own lives? The first step is to take personal responsibility for our lives, and to acknowledge that we have the power to shape our own destiny. This means being honest with ourselves, and acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses. It also means being willing to take risks, and to learn from our mistakes. The second step is to focus on the present moment, and to be mindful of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This means being fully engaged in the current moment, and letting go of our attachment to the past or future. As Peterson would say, the truth is the truth, regardless of what you think about it. This quote reminds us that the truth is not something that we can avoid or deny, but something that we must confront and accept. By applying these lessons to our own lives, we can begin to transform our lives, and to unlock our full potential. We can start to live a life that is more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling, and to make a positive impact on the world. In conclusion, the wisdom of Jordan Peterson offers us a powerful and thought-provoking perspective on how to live a more responsible and meaningful life. By taking personal responsibility for our lives, focusing on the present moment, and being mindful of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can begin to unlock our full potential, and to live a life that is more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Mind Psychology Daily, for more thought-provoking content and inspiring stories of personal growth and transformation. And if you want to learn more about Jordan Peterson's work, be sure to check out his books, lectures, and podcasts, which offer a wealth of insights and wisdom on how to live a more responsible and meaningful life.